In this Learn Closure video, let's look at a stuff called destructuring. This is it. You have complex data types in Clojure, like any other language, like vectors and maps and all those things. So, is there a neat way to take out uh, the needed data from a vector and maps? And okay, maybe I don't know how it works with set, but yeah, like I do know, like, okay, we can take data out in a very neat fashion from vector and maps, right? So that's called as destructuring. So that's the thing. Let's create a file called vector destructuring, right? Oops, not this one. Okay. Okay, so I do have a file. So let me just start my REPL, and of course, like I need to say that there is a REPL over here. Okay, so connect to running REPL server not in project, and of course it's Linengine, and yeah, this is the port number. Hopefully, I just have this REPL. Let me just try something in REPL. Hopefully, it works. Yes. Now let me just try something in file. Hopefully it works too. Yes. So yeah. So let me just copy my first program and paste it here. If you're learning Clojure, better not copy. Read the code and then without looking at it, write it. Right. So that's the thing. Okay. So first I've got a variable called people, and it has two values like Rahman and Kalam. And yeah, let me just execute it. Okay, so you just got people over here, and now what I'm just doing over here is, okay, let me just execute this. It says, okay, musician is Rahman, scientist is Kalam, right? So but what I'm just doing here is like, okay, like look how I have destructured it, right? So people has got two values. So over here in this let also, okay, like rather than just putting as one variable over here, like what I'm just doing is like I'm just passing a vector. The vector has got two variable names, musician and scientist. So the first one gets loaded into musician and the second one gets loaded into scientist. And when you print musician, you get like, okay, musician is Rahman. And when you print the scientist, you get scientist is Kalam. Let me make my pointer bigger. So, uh, okay, this big, this big, this big. Okay, yeah, right. So hopefully you can see it better. Right. So that's how this restructuring works. Looks simple, isn't it? So okay, um, okay. So I've just okay, yeah. So okay, so what will happen if I just put like, okay, like over here I've just put another program, right? So but I think we can just write it here in this. Okay, like let me just put a new file. So I'll just copy this, put a new file, and then save it as vector destructuring 2. Okay, so over here, okay, let me just copy the entire stuff. So I always like to have the file name at the top, but I don't know, like when I'm coding my personal Clojure projects, I don't put it. So but yeah, like uh, I think this is a very good habit, like putting a file name at the top. So that's the thing. Okay, that's my opinion. So you just have people with just two values. And now what if I in this let I'm just giving like musician, scientist, and artist. So if I just give like that and if I just execute it, the artist is null. Thankfully it doesn't what to say break the code, but that could also be a curse, right? So you would have been doing something, you would have expected the artist to be something, and what to say and let's say you might have tried to send, okay, like print a greetings or something like that, and maybe it's been connected to a printer, and if it prints out as nil or empty string or something like that, definitely the person using the program is going to be confused. So you can't say like, okay, like if a code just runs even ignoring the errors, like it is the best way to do it. So I would say like, okay, a human should be able to handle everything in code. So that's the thing. So actually, yeah, Rahman gets loaded in musician, Kalam gets loaded in scientist and artist. Like that's it. Like there is nothing, right? So that's the thing, right? So now let's go to another program like vector destructuring 3, right? So okay, let me put a new file, save it as vector destructuring 3, right? So now let me just copy and paste the code, right? So okay, right. So okay, oh yeah, you've just got like, okay, like okay, so you've just got this four values, and when you destructure, you're only taking it in three variables. So let's see what happens. So first, let me execute this one. People gets loaded, okay, right? And then if I just put it like, I just get like artist is okay. This Rahman gets loaded in musician, Kalam gets loaded in scientist, Hussein gets loaded in artist, and this stuff Madhavan is just thrown out. It's not at all been used. Okay, so it's just been ignored, right? So that's the thing. And what? Okay, like let me just do it right over here itself. I don't want to put a new file. So now you've got okay four values in people, and you're putting this matching what to say variable names like musician, scientist, artist, and actor. So now you know like the first three values will get loaded in this three variables, and you should have guessed like this fourth value will be get loaded in this actor, right? So yeah, our expectation is matched, and that's how this code works, right? So that's how it is. Yes, and if you don't want to use something, okay, so let me just put it right over here. Like I don't want to put a new file and all those things. Okay, so you just have people, right, with this four values, but I just want only the scientist and actor. Right? So that is the index one and index three. Okay, so or the second value and the fourth value, right? So what I do is if I'm not using something, I'll just put them as underscore, right? So this is a closure convention. Okay, so like so I'm not using those things, so I'm just putting that as underscore, right? So that's the thing, as simple as that, right? So that's the thing. Okay, now let's go into stuff called map destructuring. So let me just put a new file, right? Save it as map destructuring. Okay, and let me just copy it and paste it, right? So that's the thing. Now okay, right. So now let me just first execute this one. So the people is of type map. Okay, so you just have this key value. Musician is Rahman, scientist is Kalam, artist is Hussein, and actor is Madhavan, right? So that's the thing. So now I can just look over here in vector destructuring. You need to put all this underscore and placeholders and all those things. But over here it's pretty neat. If you just want the right values, okay. So What I'm just telling is, look, I have a variable called scientist, right? And that should be pulled from this, what to say, like key scientist. And I have a variable called actor, and that should be pulled from this key actor. That's it. So Clojure automatically knows, like it knows like people is a map and looks for the scientist key, gets the value Kalam, puts it in scientist, and it gets the value of actor Madhavan, puts puts it in actor, and then yeah, like it just then yeah, when you execute this, this block gets executed, right? So that's how map destructuring works, right? So yeah, that's it about destructuring. Thanks for watching this video. Until we meet in next video.